I once called a friend in New York and asked her to call the police in London because I thought there was a burglar at my house in London.
Lee, where were you when you made the call?
In the house.
Why didn't you phone...
The police?
Yes.
Because I'd been messaging my friend. I felt like she'd gone, so I called her, and as I was on the phone to her, I thought there was someone breaking into the house. So I was like, you should phone the police.
What did you hear exactly?
I just heard, like, irregular noises from downstairs.
Irregular
Footsteps,
noises?
Doors closing, so I was like, well, who's that?
And were you living on your own at the time?
I did have a housemate.
And did you not think it might be that person?
No.
Why?
Because at the time, I was doing a nighttime radio show. So I would get home late, and she'd always, like, be quiet when you get in at 1 o'clock in the morning, because I'm asleep.
Ah, so you assumed her to be asleep?
Yeah.
Why don't you put the phone down and phone the police?
Because I didn't want to speak in case the burglar...
But you are speaking, you're telling her to phone the police.
Well, I was like, I need to go. I think there's someone here. Call the police. So that's why I had to get off the phone and not use the phone.
Well, look, Nick. Let's reenact it.
OK.
I'm going to be your friend.
OK.
In New York. She's an American.
She is.
Thank God. I thought you were going to say, by coincidence, she sounds like Ronnie Corbett.
Yeah, no. She's a very sassy Jewish lady.
All right. Yeah. Now, Nick, how are things going? Over there. Did you say she didn't sound like Ronnie Corbett?
No, she's the opposite to Ronnie Corbett.
Oh, she's
she's
like New York Jewish kind of person, like that.
pretty spot on.
OMG! So listen, you finished your radio show. How did it go?
I love your impressions, you know that. But you're texting, we don't need the voice.
Oh, he wants me to call him. Sure I will.
Hi, Amy. How's America?
Oh, I love it. There's so many Americans here. Hey, what's that noise in the
what is that
background?
noise? Oh.
I heard something.
I can hear something downstairs.
Oh, you were having trouble with your stomach again?
No, like downstairs. It's something like downstairs in the house downstairs. I'll pretend to be asleep. You call the police.
What, the NYPD?
No. My police.
All right, I'll call.
OK.
Love you.
So I put the phone down, and then I just go like this. And then fear for my life.
Well, hold on, because it's all happening stateside. Well, I mean, we can go on like this all night.
So then what happened? So go on, talk us through the rest of the story.
So then she makes the call.
Yeah.
So that's like, call the police, because there's not the 999 number, there's like the police round the corner, you know, the local police.
She went and logged on and looked for your local police station.
Yeah.
Why didn't
you
you
don't
phone...
have to log on.
Why didn't you phone 999? Listen, Sunbeam, you do on my Atari.
So she called the police.
Yeah.
And then it turned out that it wasn't an intruder at all.
How did you find that out?
I found that out when my flatmate burst in.
What's she bursting into your room for at night?
Because she had been on the wine. So the bang, bang, bang noises were her, like, looking for wine or something, I don't know.
And you said, what?
I said, oh, my God.
Hypocrite.
I said I thought I was going to be killed by the intruder. The police are coming. So then we were like, well, we need to call the police now.
So you phoned me back in New York. Go on.
No, I didn't phone you.
You want me to cancel them? Get on your way, honey.
I just went direct to tell them.
Yo, so when you want me, I'm right here waiting. But when you don't want me, you just drop me. Well, screw you, Grimshaw.
I'm not surprised Amy doesn't have any friends where she lives.
What are you thinking, Lee?
What do we think, Rob?
I believe it. I
believe it?
believe this man. I've been taken for a ride. I like it.
You're starting to sound more and more like Amy every day.
So what are you thinking, Claire?
I believe it.
Well, I think it must be true, then.
True. OK. Nick, truth or lie?
It is true.
Oh.